Jackie Mason. This is a big story. Oh, the other headline. Our pal, Don Imus, it was just reported on the news, has stage 2 prostate cancer.
Jeez.
Can we get maybe, Dr. Steve on the phone? I want to know what this stage 2 prostate cancer is all about.
Oh.
I know the prostate cancer is all about getting it early.
Getting it early. Giuliani, he had it.
You get it early, it's pretty much a guarantee you're going to be fine.
But Frank Zappa had it too, and he kind of ignored it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
stage 2, where's that at?
I don't know. Once it starts spreading from the prostate into like your hip bones and things, then you're pretty much a
goner. Well, that came out. That literally just hit the news. So we're gonna get Dr. Steve on the phone and see what that's about and if our pal's gonna be all right. Jackie Mason in the news. This is a big story. Big story. Jackie Mason
like
doing his
uber
thing.
Jew.
He's uber Jew, and he doesn't have a problem with stereotyping and doing a little racist thing here and there.
Well, he's a comedian.
I think for the sake of humor.
I think he's free to talk about stuff like that. Why not?
Well, Reverend Al Sharpton's after Jackie Mason now, and Jackie Mason's like he ain't gonna fold like everybody else.
Reverend Al, I'm starting to feel sorry for him now. He's picking these causes that no one gives a shit about. Ever since Obama really started campaigning and looking like he was going to win, Reverend Al kind of became irrelevant.
Right.
What was the last thing he was protesting? Do we even remember?
Yeah, he did the cartoon.
Right, the cartoon in the paper. And what did that get? Did the guy get fired? No.
It proved our point.
Yeah, that if you just leave it alone...
You hang in there, these people get tired and they go back to wherever they come from.
It goes away, and now he's on Jackie Mason, so who cares?
You could get a crowd to show up anywhere. And you could get a crowd to show up a second day. By the third day, all of a sudden the crowd's a little less. Fourth day, it starts to just, fade away on its own. We should do that experiment. We should do the show up, Opie and Anthony, just show up, a crowd, outside the station.
Every day.
Every day.
And we'll see how long
I guarantee the first day would be huge. Second day would drop off drastically. By the third day, we got 3 idiots out there.
There's no one left. Yeah, 3 friggin' lunatics.
It's just how it is.
I think we did that. It was called the walkover.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, show up every day. We'll be broadcast live from a sidewalk. That makes sense.
I wish we had like bosses with a set of balls,
right?
Just to show, like say something ridiculous, see what happens, and then just say, look, write it out and watch.
We should purposely
watch what happens.
That should be our next bit.
Yeah.
We're going to purposely say the most outrageous thing ever. We're doing this to get Preet Bart and the rest of them on our case.
Yeah.
And we're gonna ride it out, ladies and gentlemen.
And ride it out.
We're gonna ride it out. As the protesters are marching up and down outside this building, we're gonna ride it out.
Unfortunately, we're not the ones that have to ride it out.
Right.
It's the goddamn bosses that fold. But look at what happened. Reverend Al went after the Post and wanted the artist fired for his cartoon.
Right.
Nothing happened.
Right.
So now he's on to Jackie Mason.
Well, this is what happened with Jackie Mason. Legendary funny man, Jackie Mason is getting jeers for referring to President Obama with a Yiddish word considered by many to be a racist epithet.
Yeah.
During his act Thursday night at Feinstein's at Lowe's Regency on the Upper East Side, Mason, 72, caused some fans to boo and walk out when he called Obama a schwarzer.
A schwarzer.
That's been used forever, man.
That's what the Jewish people call the black people.
Which is
Schwarze.
Which is Yiddish for black. You're right. I'm an old Jew. I was raised in a Jewish family where Schwarze was used. An unapologetic Mason told TMZ.com Sunday night.
I was raised in an Italian household where another word is used.
And then our old boss used the word schwoogie.
Yeah, he did.
To this day, we don't even know if it's a real word or not.
I have no idea.
We assumed that was another Yiddish word for black.
Yeah.
The boss threw that around like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. It's not a demeaning word, and I'm not going to defend myself. Mason then went on a rant about racism, saying, if it's a racist society, the white people are the ones being persecuted because they have to defend themselves. The Reverend Al Sharpton noted that in 1991, Mason apologized for calling former Mayor David Dinkins a fancy schwarzer with a mustache.
Maybe it was the fancy and mustachioed part that he found offensive.
And then Sharpton went on to say, at this stage in Jackie's life and career, he should get our prayers more than our responses.
Ah, there you go.
We got the audio of Jackie, sorry. Wow. Jackie Mason. This is what he had to say about the whole thing.
So you had a show in New York last night?
Right.
Yeah, so I heard that you called Barack Obama a Schwarzer. Is that anything you want to
I'm
comment
not
about?
answering these stupid questions because you're trying to multiply me into a racist. I called a lot boys, the Jews and the Italians, and I don't worry about what I call people, and if it bothers you, you're a moron.
Okay, so what else?
Everybody knows I'm a comedian. I don't dislike anybody.
Of course you don't, but why is it that you chose that term?
Jerk off. That's what I do for a living.
I'm a fucking jerk off.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Nice.
Yeah, the guy was just trying to set him up. Do you use that word? Yeah, use the word. Who cares? Shut up.
I'm a comedian. Good for Jackie Mason.
You know, Obama's in the public eye. He's the president. And if Jackie Mason, as a comedian, wants to use Yiddish words like that, fine. How many words can't you use anymore for this guy? Jesus Christ. What, it's got to be Messiah? Second coming? Brilliant, well-spoken, well-dressed, well-groomed, lovely family. You can't say one goddamn bad thing about this motherfucker.
But seriously, like, isn't saying all those things really the racist comment?
Of course it is.
Like, and it's so.
You have to reinforce it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, he's the only black guy that's like this.
I'm not saying.
Why don't you ask Rock? Why don't you ask Kid Rock? What's his name?
Get in the car.
The comedian.
Someone's just trying to get him. Someone's
now-
just trying to push him in the car so he doesn't fucking self-destruct.
Right.
Ask Kid Rock.
I don't know.
That's
He
good.
was meaning Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
what's
I
that
know,
guy?
yeah.
The comedian?
Kid Rock.
What is his name? Stone?
Kid Rock.
Johnny Stone? What's that black guy? What's that? What's it?
Ball with the ball, the bang a dang diggy diggy. What does that mean? I think that's a racist
And
term.
he was gonna go, but this is what I'm saying. Like, come on, Jackie, don't go into like tattletale victim mode. That's
Yeah, you
just
can't
stand up to yourself. Don't fucking
You can't try to
bring Chris
blame
Rock's
someone else.
words in there. Like, those niggas get to say what they want, and then we can't. That's the thing. I'd ride all day long with white people complaining. Long as you don't bring in woe is me.
Yeah, don't try to.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please, not woe is me. Like, look at how we have to struggle now in this world of unfairness. Are you fucking eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a nigga by the toe? Why don't you suck my dick? Like, just go with it, Jackie, and deal with it. Don't bring Chris Rock in there. Oh, he can say this, but I can't.
I didn't. I brought Kid Rock in.
7,000-year-old Jew, like that said things his entire life. Now somebody presses him, and now he's upset, and he's gonna bring a black guy's name, and that gets to say. That's the thing why I never wanted to talk about none of this shit, because that's the one thing that black people at least had. Is we did get complete ownership of language.
Oh, yeah,
that's the one thing we got to do is I didn't insult anybody, anytime, anywhere. And that was like an unwritten reparation. That was like, we can't give you money, but I'll give you hip hop. We get to like kind of enslave white children mentally, and comedy we get to like say anything we want to express how we feel.
Right.
And it was a quiet little deal we had with society. Now it's like this fucking guy, Jackie Mason, who has been around, probably said anything. He probably knew, what's the Jewish gangster? He probably knew him.
That guy.
You know, Hyman Roth. He probably knew him.
Hyman Roth.
Or whatever. And now he's, what about that Kid Rock? That disrespectful shit. Now it's like I would be on his side if he would just stand up like an old man, but he's not. He's going out like kicking and screaming like a bitch. And I'm like, that's why it's hard for me to pay attention to white people, because it's like I can't roll with this.
Yeah.
The plight of the white man. And I talked about this when I did the show that time. You guys let me do the show when y'all was off. This guy sent me an email that was like, dude, you don't understand, man. You don't understand what it's like And I go, did you just like imply that there's a plight to the white man?
Right.
And I asked that, and there's white people that believe that there's a plight. And for me as a black guy, it's like, look, I don't mind you complaining, but please don't forget who you're talking to.
I do believe in this day and age there is a plight of the white man. I don't think it.
Can you
I wouldn't
either
compare
deal with it or don't force me to like go. Oh yeah, I understand.
I'm not going to use it to try to, make anyone else's plight seem less.
Yes.
Like that, but there's absolutely a plight. The white man is pretty much the only group that you can really goof on these days with complete impunity.
And it's a pretty new plight though.
I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't a plight during Jim Crow. Like that's the thing.
I'd give it the last 10 years.
No,
Easy.
longer than that.
You think more than 10
there
years?
were so many black comics doing that white voice
I think
years ago. That white voice thing.
I think that's
where, honey, I'm mowing the lawn, and for some reason that's funny because a black guy's doing it. Oh, look, he's imitating a real white person.
Yeah, you're right about that. I think that's where it started, but then it slowly started segging into like sitcoms and commercials.
When you watch a commercial and you see
other things,
it's always. There's like now because every commercial's got to be interracial. So there's like a white woman and her good black friend over the house, and they're looking at their two incompetent black and white husbands out back barbecuing as they're exploding the propane thing. Yeah. And they're just our men, what idiots.
Well, if you watch,
so it's somehow it's kind of transcending even just whitey. It's just men.
It's destruction of men.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. I don't. Not all of it's the banana in the tailpipe for me. My thing is
banana in the tailpipe.
I get very annoyed at just the victimization. I can't. You gotta talk to me and make me feel better about listening to a white guy be victimized because socially. Mm-hmm. You can't be white no more. Like, meaning you can't just run around being a white guy, which means being autonomous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like back in 40, like 1940 or 50 or whatever, you hang a nigga, right? This is the thing. You didn't even have to explain hanging a nigga. It was pictures of a nigga hanging or being bound by a tree, on a tree or something, with people taking the shout out pictures.
All the guys are just kind of standing around. Yeah.
And you never had to explain that.
Right.
Like now, all you really have to do is explain being attacked for being a racist. Like now you the only crime that you ever have to face now in terms of this of being a plight of the white man is fucking explaining yourself. If you're accused of being the worst thing a white guy could be,
which is
racist.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Other than that, though, that seems like quite an easy world to live in.
It's just to
explain
it's a scarlet letter now, though. You can't explain away if you're tagged a racist now. Mm-hmm. You can't explain it away. I was watching I guess what the hell is that Greta Van Susteren on?
Fox.
What channel is she on?
Yeah,
Fox.
One of them. They're
and
all the same.
She goes, and let's go to our expert, Mark Furman. And instantly I'm like, that's the nigger guy from the OJ trial.
Mark Furman.
Like, how long ago was that?
Yeah.
But still, in my head, it was like, oh, there he is. He's the guy that blurted it out and had to, be persecuted and about that. And finally, 20 years later, he's got a gig on Fox News because people kind of, I guess, let him, get a job.
But I'm a lot of times I'm on the side of just fair. Mm-hmm. I really am. Like the Imus thing, the fucking the Michael Richards thing. Fairness to me is I'm a reasonable motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was on stage in Denver, and I did a joke about. I said, look, it's let's be happy because you can just. I was adding some of the news shit. You can get attacked by a chimp. You can get da-da-da. You don't know what can happen. And I go, you can be lost at sea, and even worse, you could be lost at sea and be black. And then and people are like, oh, I say, hey, if I go sailing, I'm taking a white baby on a keychain in case my boat go down.
On a keychain.
And you will look for me when the boat go down.
You ain't calling off the search anytime soon. That is awesome.
Now people were like,
white baby on a keychain.
And I go, listen, you don't have to be black to know that they looked for these two niggas for a day and a half. The search was off. I know they died, but if it was a white baby or a white teenage girl, we'd be still looking for them. Don't fucking leave me, white people, because I said that. Fair is fair.
That is good.
Aren't they still looking for that Natalie Holloway girl?
Of course they are.
Nancy Grace every day has some white baby on TV.
Holloway or a white baby.
Natalie Holloway is gone. Her ghost is saying I'm dead. And they're like, no, we're gonna find your body. Don't pay attention to her ghost.
There's a few big black guys just floating out there somewhere.
These motherfuckers did the like they did the fucking hand over the eyebrow twice.
Yeah, where
from the shoreline.
Them niggas couldn't have lived. It's
That's really good, man.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, just be fair. There's no need for you to go be defensive because I said they didn't look for no niggas. They didn't.
If you watch the news, black children just don't go missing.
What?
They don't go missing.
What black child are you looking for?
Go missing? You know what? Crazy? They don't go missing.
Nancy Grace has a white baby on TV every day. Now, what that does is it makes me go, come on, bitch, enough.
Yeah.
It's like not that you don't feel for a dead baby. You just go, are you serious? Every day, this baby's more important than everybody else? Everybody else? And it wasn't
fair,
a white
though,
guy.
because you guys get the convenience store robbery guys.
There was a white guy that was missing in that thing, too. And the story's kind of fucking crazy. They are dead. But it's just... Natalie Holloway's dead.
She's gone.
So dead.
She's dead.
Dead. Just bones at this point.
Van Sussman got where the fuck are the black football players' parents?
Yeah, they don't show
wondering what happened.
What happened? Where'd they go?
My son, he was in the NFL. Where is he? What happened?
Well, we assume
he got sold into sex slavery.
We assumed their net worth to be about a quarter tank of helicopter fuel. Then we went back and
they searched for these niggas for a day and some change. Dude. Give me this white baby. I'm renting white babies to take sailing with me, and then I'm here. I'm going down.
That's crazy.
That's really good.
What about fucking John Kennedy? They sent out like Navy destroyers to look for this motherfucker with radar. Submarines.
Just to get the body back.
Every kind of fucking military vehicle.
And here's the unfair statement, because I like to think like a white guy. I get taken over. Well, John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to tell me that if I'm look for me. Yeah. Don't let me just be dead in the sea. Fucking send the troops. Send that motherfucker with the giant diving bell helmet.
Right, yeah. And to walk around.
And the iron shoes, and you walk, and then...
They would walk the entire ocean to find John.
Oh, hell yeah.
They would have
they found him.
A bunch of those niggas with the giant helmets just walking at the bottom of the ocean.
That little plane, and they found every one of them inside there. That little plane. They had...
And they weren't even sure where it went down.
Radar, sonar, fucking submarines, submersibles, robots.
Fucking second-tier football players. You get...
Sorry.
Who goes there?
Sorry.
They didn't hear him.
Some fucking tourists with a snorkel.
You think any missing black guys out in the ocean? Going once.
Hello. Hello. Football black guy. You out there? Be quiet for a second. No? All right, turn around. We're going in. I'm starving.
It is what it is. That's the truth.
You don't have to be a fucking black person to know how unfair that is. I'm not a rambling fool. They look for white people till the end.
White baby on a keychain. It'll make me laugh all day.
God damn.
All fucking day. There's a part 2 to the Jackie Mason thing I want to squeeze in here. Because the show is going to be flying by. We got Jay Moore coming in, Kat Von D. Lots to do, but more on Jackie Mason. And listen, one of his people trying to just get him in the car.
Get him in the car to shut him up.
Hey, I'm not saying.
Why don't you ask Rock? Why don't you ask Kid Rock? What's his name?
I can't get in the car.
The comedian. What's the comedian's name? Rock?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock? What about
why don't they ask him what he said about white people? What the names he called
What did he
Bush?
say about white
Ask
people?
him what he called Bush.
Okay,
Why
what
don't
do
you
you
ask
call
any
Bush?
black person? Why do you only ask white people?
I'm not.
White people
I'm
have no
asking you
freedom
the
of
one.
speech. I'm
asking
telling
the
you,
one.
you, and that's it.
Oh, that's what it is to me?
That's right.
Okay, well, Jackie, I still like your show, man. I used to watch you back in the days on Channel 7.
You're a lowlife trying to pretend that I'm some kind of a racist.
I've never said you were racist,
That's
but
what
you're saying
implying.
it.
That's what you're implying.
You're implying that. I've never made that
I said
statement.
whatever I said doesn't mean anything because I'm a comedian. That's my business.
Well, comedy is your life. I'm not mad at it.
Bravo to Jackie Mason, man. Bravo.
He went off. Holy shit.
All that stress that built up after making Caddyshack 2 finally got to that Jackie Mason.
That awful
He finally
movie.
had it.
I wish it was Pat Cooper.
Pat
Cooper, they wouldn't even.
Oh, wow.
What was that? Chris Rock. Kid Rock, the comedian.
Rock. Yeah.
Kid Rock.
Oh, you know what? I got to go to Mongo the trucker. Mongo!
So, Patrice, basically what you're saying is if it's a black person, the Coast Guard spends an hour playing Marco Polo.
Marco! Oh, God.
That's so fucked up.
That's it. Yeah, you know what?
Could definitely replace Marco with something else. You don't like starts with an S?
Oh, shit.
Derek in Miami. Derek. Home of the Doral. Phil Mickelson won that damn thing yesterday, if anyone cares. Go ahead, Derek.
The most racist commercial on TV right now is a basketball commercial. It's an anti-drug commercial, and a black kid's playing basketball, and a white kid offers him drugs and ruins his life.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this one yet. You've seen this?
Yeah, it only plays in Bizarro World, where it's the world of everything's backwards. Yeah, I saw that one, though. Yep.
That's a real commercial?
Yeah, black kid's playing basketball, and this white dude sells him drugs and ruins his life.
What?
So what's the paradox?
White drug dealer.
The paradox is, so ultimately, we reverse it.
Yeah.
The black drug dealer, and if we make it the black drug dealer, there's a white basketball player that the black drug dealer
is going to ruin his life.
Ruin his basketball career.
Solid.
Fucking
They
guys.
really do. They've become overly cautious with commercials, how they place black people in commercials, because now it's this whole thing where they have to show black family, and it's like, hi, we use AT&T, and it's a wonderful service for the. And you're watching like the white dad comes in, and the white kids are all, oh, my new phone, thanks, Dad, and it's just it's a white family, but they're black people.
But this is the thing.
They've lost touch with any culture.
I don't think that black people. The thing is, the corruptible power thing. It takes people out of fairness. It makes people unfair. Where like you can't joke about Asians anymore. And them and Indians were #1 on the joke list. I mean, and still, I still can though. They haven't really start fucking with what I do, like on stage, and I get to say what I fucking want to, but like on radio, definitely on radio and on TV. But once fucking a group says this is not fair and someone folds, they don't just go, okay, we attacked him just on this was unfair.
Yeah.
Anything. They're waiting now because
for the next one.
Don't want to be second-class citizens. No one wants to be second-class citizens. Even nerds and everybody wants a voice now when only the A-list motherfuckers had a voice.
Yeah.
Chinese people they weren't A-list when I came up. You teased them.
Yeah, you did.
You didn't torture them. You teased. You teased them.
You know who have been troopers over the years? The Polish. The Polish have been goofed on relentlessly forever, and never got together.
If you take away how many Polacks does it take? If you take that away from society, then it's wrong.
We're doomed.
It's so wrong.
Speaking of that, go into a bookstore.
How many Polacks?
Go into a bookstore and try to find the Polish joke books.
Oh, yeah.
Man, have times changed. You used to get that as a birthday gift.
Yeah.
You can't find that shit
Here's
anymore.
Some Polish jokes
it's
for you.
buried maybe in some of the bookstores if you look good, hard enough. That used to be front and center comedy, man.
I think there's some things like in the past 5 years, if I say any, black causes, like when I go out of all the things that was in the fucking headlines.
Yeah.
I don't know how to go back to them, but I'm sure if I did some investigation, I'll go. You know what? Let's pick one of these to be the thing that we would go after. I mean, you know, anything where somebody possibly could be being lynched.
Right. Yeah.
Let's go on that. Guy gets dragged in the back of a fucking pickup truck.
Yeah,
let's go after that as a thing. But let's not go after fucking Imus, and let's not go after. Then it makes people go. And it's like it's too much. Let's not go after every single fucking thing. We can't do that.
The real shit.
The
real serious stuff, just go after.
Sure.
Like Reverend now marching for all kinds of happy horse shit, bullshit causes is stupid. He just wants to get his face out there.
Not everything. You can't fight every battle.
No.
Some of them, though, you know, nappy-headed hoes, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I go, I don't know.
I think that was so blown out of proportion.
Because the girls just didn't give a fuck.
They didn't care. They wouldn't have cared. They were told to care. They were told to look like they cared. They never heard it. Never would have heard it. No one would have heard it.
And then
except Imus's audience,
when
who
this
didn't
fucking
care.
guy, Councilman Wong, got his name able to get someone fired, the Tsunami song that they did on Hot 97.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, bad or good, it's like, now this motherfucker's like, oh, they hear me. You think he's going to go back?
He's not going to stop.
So he's just going to, every fucking thing.
Yeah.
If I say my dry cleaner's Chinese, you know what? That motherfucker's Chinese.
Yeah.
If I say he's cheap, that motherfucker's cheap.
Why can't you just say that?
That cheap Chinese motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He don't give me a break. He don't do that. You know, don't fucking. What are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't talk funny? You don't put L's where the R should be, motherfucker? Stop.
Why can't you do that?
Stop.
We'd always talking about like if you went to Chinatown and had a conversation with a gentleman and it was funny, you can't come back on the air and imitate the gentleman's voice. You can't just do the conversation back and forth. And then he said, and do it in his voice without somebody just jumping on you. Go, oh, you're doing this stereotypical Asian voice. It's like, no, that's the way this guy was talking.
You get to be heard. It's like my girl. Anytime, if I ask her for some advice, and I go, wow, that's pretty good advice. Now the bitch is Mrs. Her new superpower is advice. You fucking bitch, shut up. Now I can't listen to you for GP because you don't know how to fucking pick your battles, asshole.
Yeah.
The oppressed, just as soon as you pick your head up, they become the oppressor.
Want to take a break? We got Kat Von D. She came early, so maybe we should take a break.
Sure.
So she doesn't have to hang around and wait. God, Patrice, man. White baby on a keychain.
They gonna look for me.
That's a strong
Patrice
one.
O'Neal went down. Well, that nigga's gone. Wait, he had a white baby on a keychain.
And send out the battleships.
Yeah.
It is jingling. White baby feet. Find me, nigga.
Jay Moore was on the line, too. What? Is he trying to come in early? Or did he have something to add to the discussion? We never got to him.
I think
he just wanted in?
I think he just wanted in real quick.
Okay. Yeah, well, Jay Moore's going to join the program in about a half hour or so as well.